Out here at picturesque Winterholder Field with Taylor Baseball head coach Kyle Gould to look back at the 2022 season for he and the Trojans. Big end of the year. You guys hosted the Crossroads League tournament, which you won. Hosted the opening round for the second time. Huge crowd behind us in these stands the last month plus of the season. What was it like to play in front of a rowdy crowd for the majority of your final home games of the 2022 year?
Yeah, it was really fun. You think about how long a season is. We started in January in Phoenix, and then you're here in May finishing, and it seems like you've been going forever. And got to do so many great things, but the last month of the year, having those last two series at home and the conference tournament and the national tournament, is, I think, some memories our guys will have with them forever.
What was it like to win another Crossroads League tournament? Not only another Crossroads League tournament title, but to do it here on the home field.
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun to go through 4-0, and we didn't have an easy matchup. Even the 2 seed playing the 7 seed, we started out facing one of the best pitchers in our league, and then had the walk-off win with Iwu, and had to come back Game 3 against Huntington, and then had to hold off a little bit at the end there in Game 4. But to see the guys get to dogpile in the field and celebrate with a lot of their friends and family, and just a ton of people from Taylor here was a whole lot of fun.
3 major league awards for 3 of your players this year. We'll start with the Player of the Year, TJ Bass. New program, single season record, 23 home runs. Also had the most RBI in a single season with 94. That was second most in the NAI this season, and for the majority of the year, he led all of college baseball, no matter the level, in that category. Also batted .366, had 15 doubles, and he only struck out 33 times in 58 games. It's the 7th Player of the Year award that a player has attained during your time as the head coach here at Taylor. You've had a lot of great offensive seasons. Where does that one rank?
Well, it's got to rank at the top. I mean, I've seen a lot of things from a lot of great players, but I don't think I've seen anything like the year TJ had. Like you said, he finished the regular season leading all of college baseball in every division in RBIs, and one of the guys who made the World Series past him got a few more games in there. But incredible power mixed with great plate discipline, and when you strike out as little as he did with as many extra base hits and home runs, just an incredible year for TJ.
One of your other Major League Award winners was the Pitcher of the Year. Luke Shively came back for his 5th year and dazzled everyone on the mound. 8th different Taylor pitcher to win the Pitcher of the Year award as you've been the head coach here. Single season record with 11 wins, had 97 strikeouts to just 35 walks. Second most strikeouts in the Crossroads League behind his teammate Noah Huseman. Also is the career leader in innings pitched and career strikeouts with 290. He also tied for the most wins in a career for a Taylor pitcher. Not bad for a guy that came back for his 5th year, right?
Yeah, Luke had an incredible year. I think we were something like 14-2 in his starts, and just a great competitor. Obviously has really good stuff, good velocity, great breaking ball, but just an incredible competitor. And we were happy to throw him out in Game 1 of every series the whole year. And just incredible competitor with great stuff. When you mix those two things, great athlete. Even mixed him in there to pinch run sometimes. Probably would have done it more, but if our number one pitcher rolls his ankle running the bases, that'd be a tough one to live through, I guess. But again, same with TJ, it's hard to think of a better year that a guy could have than Luke.
Another great year was one of your newest faces in Caleb Kolpin, the newcomer of the year in the Crossroads League. .387 average, just finished a couple points back of winning the batting title as a freshman. 84 hits, that's also was tied for the most in the Crossroads League this season. And oh, by the way, he also led your team with 6 saves on the mound. Not bad for your first season in college baseball, right?
Well, Caleb, he's special talent. He's got a great mindset for baseball, but he has all the tools to be good at all of it. He's a really good hitter, and he did all that hitting at the front of our order, hitting either right in front of or right behind TJ. A lot of pressure-packed at bats, but he had some of the biggest hits. Even the game of the national tournament we won, Caleb had the big hit there. Just a really, really good player, and I think his best days ahead his days on the mound are gonna get even better. I think he's got a lot of ability there, and it was hard not to have him do everything this year as a freshman. But incredible year, and look forward to seeing what's ahead for him.
You mentioned a guy that did everything for you during his career here. That'd be Nick Rusci, a first-team All-League selection, also the Gold Glove Award winner at shortstop. Had 26 doubles, most in the Crossroads League. Scored 75 runs, also most in the league as well. All over the record books for career, single-season marks at the plate. And also, he was the best defensive shortstop in the Crossroads League this season. Tough to replace, and you had some great shortstops that we talked about with top offensive players. Nick Rusci showed why he's one of the best not the best shortstops in the Crossroads League, but the entire NAI.
Yeah, Nick's one of the best baseball players you'll ever be around, and it's difficult to say unless you get a chance to see him play every day, as you did. And the plays he makes defensively, the fielding percentage is high. He also, just the range he has, going to his right, going to his left, turning double plays, and he's just really grew into a great leader for our team on the field. And was always in the right spot and just made big plays. And there was so many times you'd be in the dugout, and if things were going wrong, you just hear someone say, like, just make him hit it to Rusci, just make him hit it to Rusci. But you combine that with scoring the number of runs he did. I believe, I might be mistaken, I believe he started every game he was here for 4 years, and I don't know why you wouldn't start him. But played second base his freshman year with Josh Lane at shortstop, and then slid over. And it's a big loss, and I think in some ways we won't appreciate Nick till someone else is playing there.
Another big loss, as we mentioned him earlier, with Noah Huseman, came back for his 5th season along with Dre Gongwer and Luke Shively. Had 102 strikeouts this season, a 6-3 overall record. He also just walked 29 guys in 82 innings. Yeah. He's kind of a tactician, a real kind of a scientist on the mound when it comes to preparation. He really dazzled again as a freshman year, and we've heard his story plenty of times. The 2 innings pitched his freshman season on the varsity. Now he proved to be one of the best pitchers in the NAI here as a 5th-year senior.
Yeah, and he pitched his best in big games. Like, Noah's the guy you want. His arsenal with his changeup and the velocities actually are obviously really good, and the slider, the curveball, but his changeup is an elite pitch. And the way he threw down against St. Thomas, or when he came in relief there against UNOH, like when Noah faced really good offensive lineups, his stuff played up even more. And so him and Luke at the front end, I think in the Crossroads League regular season and tournament, we played a total of 40 games, and we were 17-3 when Luke and Noah pitched. It was 1A and 1B, and but aside from that, their personality differences were, they're both awesome guys, but they're very different, and that was a great thing, I think, for our pitching staff to see there's more than one way to kind of attack this and be successful. But he had another great year, great career, and as good as anyone we've ever had.
Your last all-league selection was the senior center fielder Connor Crawford. If you take away the impressive offensive for TJ Bass, Connor would have had the most home runs and most RBI in a single season. 17 long balls, 69 runs batted in, a .312 average. He hit that mammoth shot that I think is still sailing over the left field wall over the George Glass Track and Field Complex during the league tournament. He really showed not only at the plate but also made some big plays, making some diving catches and some real stellar plays in center field.
Yeah, he had a great year, and he's been he was a high school shortstop and catcher, and then we kind of moved him to right field his freshman year. It took him a little bit to get comfortable out there, but he really took to center field this year, made some great plays, has a really good arm, got good jumps on the ball, but made some great catches. And then what he provided us offensively, with, like you said, the second most home runs ever and the second most RBIs ever. And so when you have him and TJ back to back or in the same lineup doing that, it was pretty special. And Connor just had a great year, and he has real power, like real power. Connor doesn't hit many cheap home runs, and I kind of say this to the guys sometimes. They'll look at the wind, the way it's blowing, and with a guy like Connor, it doesn't really matter, because when he hits it, it's going. And so an incredible senior year. I'm really happy for him and all those guys to finish their careers so strong.
Let's talk about your senior class. We mentioned the 3 fifth-year seniors, all the other 4-year guys that have graduated a couple of weeks ago. They've been part of some of the biggest wins in Taylor program history. They've also been some great successful moments as well. What has their impact been on the team?
Well, it's incredible, because you have guys who they play all the time, they pitch all the time, and they make huge impacts every day on the field. It's easy to see it. There's also a group of guys who, that didn't. And the impact they had on the team was really big. It was felt in different ways. But I think when you look at that class going through COVID, having a season cut short, coming back the next year, not know it was coming, I think you look nationally, a lot of those kids just stopped playing or stopped investing as much. And those guys never did it. And it's a great group of guys. And we're going to miss them a lot. We're going to miss their performance on the field. We're going to miss their toughness, their energy level in practice. But we're also just going to miss the way they treated their teammates and the way they led and the way they just set the tone for what this team was going to be about, because they're about all the right things. And those 11 seniors, and then Michael, who's our grad transfer, who jumped right in with these guys, it's an incredible group of guys. There's not one guy that we're happy to see go, I can tell you that.
Well, it's been such a fun ride this season. Thanks for letting us be a small part of it, and we can't wait for the 2023 season to get here.
Thanks for all your coverage, Rick. We really appreciate it.
That's the Taylor Baseball head coach Kyle Gould joining me today. For more up-to-date information on Taylor Baseball, just log on to TaylorTrojans.com.